Welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha, a podcast shared by David Roylance. This podcast is dedicated to guiding you to completely eliminate the discontent mind and the suffering it causes by attaining enlightenment. Learn and practice the teachings of Gautama Buddha that will guide you to fully attain a peaceful, calm, serene, and content mind with joy. To support this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha or visit buddhadailywisdom.com, where you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online learning resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Now, here's our teacher to share more.
Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'll be guiding you in Breathing Mindfulness Meditation. And then afterwards, I'll open up to any and all questions that you guys have related to the path to enlightenment based on the teachings of the Buddha. If you'd like to join us for meditation, the way that I start is I start with a chant in order to ease the mind into meditation. This helps to invigorate the mind. There isn't anything mystical or magical about these chants. It's not a rite or ritual or ceremony or worship. It's to help ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. Gautama Buddha during his lifetime used chanting as a way to help his students commit the teachings to memory, but nowadays we have books, videos, podcasts, things like this, that we don't necessarily need to use chanting in order to commit the teachings to memory. But I still use this as a way to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. After the chanting, I'll be providing guidance to be able to help you in your meditation and learning meditation, actually conducting a meditation session. Then there'll be at a period of time where it'll just be quiet and we'll be meditating together. Then we'll come out of the meditation with another chant to ease us out of the meditation. And you're welcome to join in these chants. There's 4 positions to meditate in: seated, lying, standing, and walking. People will typically learn in the seated position, but there's these other positions as well, because you can't permanently be in the same meditation position every single time you meditate. There's going to come times when you need a lying position, a standing position, or a walking position. These are used at different times for different reasons, and I share that in the various classes, courses, and retreats, and the books and learning resources that I share. But if you're in the seated position, either sitting on the floor or you're sitting on a chair, this can be ideal for you for first starting to learn. If you're on the floor, you might put some cushions under your rear. This helps to get the hips up in the air, and it lessens the angle at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Some people like to even put their legs off the mat. This helps to get those hips up in the air. Then if you're in a chair, you might just sit with your feet lightly crossed at the ankles or maybe flat on the floor. And the same thing when you're sitting on the floor, you'd like to just have your legs lightly crossed so you can allow the circulation to flow. The hands and the arms, the Buddha put his right hand over his left with his thumbs together, and he put this into his lap. If that's comfortable for you, you could use it. Some people like to put their palms on their thighs or their knees or their palms up. You might just rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Whatever's comfortable for you, that's what you'd like to use. It's not about everybody doing it exactly the same way. It's about finding what's comfortable. You're not interested in being luxurious with your body position, but you're also not interested in being painful either. So find that middle way where the mind and the body can be peaceful and joyful, where the body can be at ease. You can have your legs lightly crossed if you're sitting on the floor, your hands resting comfortably in your lap. And if you're sitting in a chair, same thing, just relaxed, lower body, and comfortable with your hands and arms. The upper body should be erect. This keeps the mind attentive and alert during the meditation, whereas if you were slouched, the mind would have a tendency to be dull or lethargic. But if you were real rigid, the mind would be overactive or uptight. So by keeping the upper body erect, this will allow the mind to be attentive and alert during the meditation. So again, I'm going to ease into meditation with some chanting, and then I'll be back with some guidance from there. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakewa Bhutang Mahakewanhang Apivateyami สวากขาโตมหาเขวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาเขวโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสคาโตโรกาวิโตอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามานุสนังโพโตภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath. A nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then, whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to your next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then, whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Once the breath is well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. You have nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธมหาเขวาพุทธังมหาเขวันหังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตมหาเขวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาเขวโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหาเขวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสคาโตโรกาวิโตอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังโพโตภาควาติ Okay, if you'd like to slowly make your way out of meditation, you can just ease the mind out. If you notice that your mind was having a bombardment of thoughts during the meditation, this is completely normal when you're first getting started. If you notice that your mind indulged in a thought for a period of time, and then you notice 2 or 3 minutes down the road that you needed to bring the mind back to the breath, this is very normal when you're first getting started. Even when you're enlightened, you'll have occasional thoughts in your meditation. So your goal isn't to actually eliminate your thoughts. The goal is to become aware of them sooner and sooner and be able to cut them off and let them go easier and easier. So you're going to have occasional thoughts in your meditation, even when the mind's enlightened. So if you're having a bombardment of thoughts or you indulge in a thought for a period of time, you're not bad at meditation. You haven't done anything wrong. It's just that the mind is untrained at this point. It's lacking control or discipline. So you're going to need to develop more and more meditation practice to be able to get the mind to be more quieted and more stilled. And this just takes many months and many years to train your mind. You're not going to be an expert at something when you first start. But what I'm going to do is open up to any and all questions you guys have, whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. You can ask questions by putting that into the comments section, or in Zoom, you can raise your hand electronically and ask any questions that you like. So let me know what questions you guys have, if any at all. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions anywhere. So what I'll do is just end class here and thank all of you guys for choosing to dedicate some time to practicing the teachings of the Buddha through meditation. And at the same time, I'll invite you to our future classes, which this Sunday in the group learning program, I'm going to be in chapter 23 of this book, Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment. Chapter 23 is titled symbolism of the teachings, reminders through imagery. This is where you're going to learn about the different symbolism and artwork and things like this that you'll notice in Buddhist temples or in various books that you might see. There are certain reminders to help remind you of the teachings of the Buddha. So I'm going to use these symbols and I'm going to show them to you and help you understand what they mean, so that when you're looking at artwork or you're going to temples, you'll be able to glean more information from your experience and have more fun interacting with the temple itself through the experience of understanding the teachings of the Buddha through this symbolism. And then on Wednesday next week, I'll be doing loving kindness meditation. And then, of course, we have our Pali Canon and English study group each Saturday. So you're always welcome to attend any of these classes. This Monday, I'm going to be starting a course titled Harmony in Relationships. I'm going to be starting at the temple on Monday, and then I'll be teaching that for 5 days until Friday. You're welcome to join at the temple here in Chiang Mai, or you can join through Zoom, because I'll have Zoom open and you can join into the class at that time if it works out for your time zone. So starting at Monday at 9 a.m. Thai time. So again, thank you all for joining. Perhaps we'll see you guys in one of these future classes. Have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. Sawadee Kap.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To provide support for this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha. To access more teachings, visit buddhadailywisdom.com. There, you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Remember to establish a daily, consistent meditation practice, along with learning and practicing these teachings. A well-developed meditation practice is the foundation in which to train the mind to attain enlightenment.